Mike Moore Media.
On our media line, Sargent Walter Joyce with the Reidsville Police Department. Sergeant, good to talk to you. I know we want to talk a little bit about getting back to school and maybe school bus safety and things like that. How are you?
Doing well. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing just great, thanks. Well, there's a real collaboration with the police department and our schools. Let's talk a little bit about that and how you work together so well.
Yes, sir. As most people know, we're back to school now, 2 weeks in with students back, and off to a good start. A lot of planning goes into before the school year even gets going. A lot of people may or may not realize as far as safety and collaboration with the school system and law enforcement and getting ready.
Yeah.
And, I feel school safety is really a comprehensive effort that is really the responsibility of everyone to achieve, maximum effectiveness. Mm-hmm. And when I say everyone, I mean law enforcement, the school system, individual school staff, students, parents, visitors, and, even individuals who may not be directly connected but just maybe passing by a school through their daily travels and see something suspicious that they can report. So it's really a comprehensive effort and responsibility of everyone to ensure the safety of our students and staff.
Yeah, and I wanted to just pausing right there a moment, Sergeant, particularly in recent years when we things have kind of escalated in so many different areas, unfortunately, and so it's important that we have eyes out there in the community that you do and reporting suspicious activity and things like that, and that's very helpful.
Very helpful. It's huge, and a lot of times they may see something suspicious and report it, and 9 times out of 10, which is good, it turns out to be nothing. Mm-hmm. But that one time is what we need to catch. So we want them reporting every time they see anything suspicious. Let us know. Call in the CCOM direct, the main line, or 911, or whatever they need to do to get it reported, so we can check it out. So you're exactly right. And, some of these things, and again, our hearts go out to the incident in Uvalde, and also all the incidents across the country that prior to that. We should never forget those people and those that were directly involved by those events, and our hearts will forever go out to them. But you're exactly right. Reporting that suspicious activity is key.
And we're talking about schools primarily, but in a neighborhood too, that's important.
In neighborhoods as well.
Yeah,
exactly. And we stress it, and I attend community watch meetings from time to time, and sometimes they'll come up and say, well, this happened, but nobody called and reported it at the time. And it just makes things so much easier to go ahead and report it then than to try to have to backtrack and follow up later. So very important.
Yeah, you just mentioned community watch, and not that many years ago, we heard a lot more about community watch programs, but it is alive and well in Reidsville, isn't it?
We do still have some active groups. We would like to build upon it and have even more. It's something that is very important, and it helps a lot in individual communities within the city. And, yes, we do have some active groups, and we had National Night Out back in August, and we had some participation with that this year, which is COVID, like everything else, kind of knocked those events down for a couple of years, and we're trying to build that back up. But yes, it's alive.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, but always can do more with that for sure, and volunteers and in our neighborhoods. Let's talk about school bus safety. And, people still don't get that, unfortunately, in passing school buses and dangerous situations.
No, I know prior to the start of the year, there was a big media push out about that, as they usually do every year prior to school. And I think Sheriff Page and a lot of the local law enforcement officials met, and they did a media blitz on that and the importance of that. And, people just pay attention when you see those buses out there, anticipate that they're going to stop, slow down, don't be in such a hurry, and because we don't want a tragedy to happen. I've even after that, I've already had a couple reports sent in to me this year about some violations of pass and stop school buses, and following up on that. So, if individuals see this taking place, that's another thing they can report as well. Get a tag number, description of the driver if possible, and call it in. I know a lot of times the bus drivers will report it and we'll get it from them, but individual citizens riding around see a violation, they could report it as well. Mm-hmm. And we're certainly out and about and looking for those violations when we're on patrol as well.
Yeah.
When those buses are rolling.
What about the cameras? Do we have cameras now inside and outside of all of the buses in our county?
We do have them on the inside. I don't know for sure. I know at one time we had outside on some of them. I don't know if they fully equipped all of them on the outside yet. Mm-hmm. But those cameras have helped to catch tags of violators in the past as well. And the cameras. Talking about cameras.
Yeah.
At the schools as well. I think they're equipped now with more and better quality cameras than they've ever had. Mm-hmm. So that really helps us out on campus as well. And they've even tied that in with CCOM now, where if there was an active event to happen, CCOM could tap into that and give us an idea of what's going on where within the school.
Oh, wow. How good is that? That's great.
So everything, technology is really moving forward, and so very helpful.
Yeah. What about school resource officers? I know they a couple of years back kind of took a hit there, but where are we in that now, say there in Reidsville?
We have, in Reidsville, we have resource officers at all of our public schools. The only exception is the elementary schools are still sharing one SRO, the two elementary schools that we have in the city. Mm-hmm. But I am anticipating in the near future. There's a push going on right now to try to get another SRO in place where we will have a full-time SRO at both elementary schools. Now, in the meantime, we have been supplementing coverage with our officers to provide coverage when that SRO is at South End, say. Mm-hmm. So we're supplementing coverage with other officers at Moss Street Partnership Schools. So we're supplementing coverage and have more coverage than we've ever had. But I would look for in the very near future us to have a full time at both elementary schools.
Okay.
So that's positive. I know the school system has already applied for that, and we're just waiting to hear back, I think. So. Mm-hmm. But the SROs and the school system, they are, and law enforcement agencies in general are constantly collaborating on ways to improve the school safety and contingency plans in the event of a crisis. And we really have a very good open line of communication and joint training ongoing through crisis drills and training sessions. The school has an annual safety summit every year prior to school starting, where SROs and school staff on crisis teams and all meet and they collaborate prior to the year starting. They have threat assessment training prior to the year, so that's very helpful as well. Mm-hmm. In addition, our SROs conducted security assessments at each school prior to the start of the year and presented that to the school system for areas of improvement that may be needed. They could look at trying to do that. And so there's a lot going on and a lot positive from our SROs and our school system. Rockingham County Schools does great. I think they're probably, if not the top, one of the top school systems in the state in school security and safety and staying on top of those types of things. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of ways to report things for students and staff. Now they're doing this Say Something anonymous reporting system that's on their website, each individual school's websites, where somebody can report something anonymously if they know somebody's wanting to hurt themselves or others related to a school. Mm-hmm. And that actually it started from the Sandy Hook school shooting, if you remember that one.
Oh, yeah.
that's where that generated the Say Something Anonymous reporting app came out of that incident. So they have a report bullying forum on their websites, and which is very helpful. And of course, we still have ongoing Crime Stoppers, Campus Crime Stoppers, where people can report things. The SROs promote the Campus Crime Stoppers, so opportunity there to report as well. And so there's a lot of avenues to enhance our school safety by everyone.
There really are, and to just hear you just list some of those things, Sergeant. Times have changed since a lot of us went to school, and it's a whole different world now. But the resources, and we don't, I never really stopped to think about all of the behind the scenes and the preparation before school starts, like you're saying, and all of the things that are in place should something be needed like that. I think that's terrific that there again, we talk about Team Reidsville, but your team and working together with the schools and law enforcement, just it sounds like you're right on top of things.
Yes, sir. We're trying to be very much so, and I can see in the future we're going to continue to progress and continue training and working hard to be ready in the event. Hopefully, something never does happen again, like we've seen at Uvalde or these other incidents. But we want to be prepared in the event. Sure,
got to be. Okay. All righty. Well, we have just another couple minutes left. Anything we need to mention?
I would just say as well that our SROs attended some active shooter training prior to school this year again, and there'll be some more to come in the future. They really enjoy what they do. They take pride and have a passion in protecting our staff and students, and I'm very proud of them and the work they do. And I couldn't imagine, a time with us not having SROs in schools now, because they serve so many different roles, even outside of just safety and security. They, serve as counselors and mentors to the kids and staff, and so they do a great job. As far as our parents, I would just tell them, listen to your children, know who they're hanging out with. If you hear them say something that seems a little suspicious, or you feel like you need a report, don't hesitate. Go ahead and report it to us, law enforcement, or your school staff, principals, teachers, anybody you feel comfortable with, to get it out so we can look into it. So that's about it.
Well, you've covered a lot here in this brief program, but I certainly appreciate you sharing all of this with us. Sargent Joyce, thank you for that. And again, to the Reidsville Police Department, thank you for always being there for us. And, I like to check your Facebook page daily if I can, and that is Reidsville Police Department, and find out about what's going on there, and posting those videos, and helping reach out in the community, and people getting some helping you in some ways there too. So thank you. We all appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, and thanks to the community as well. We have a lot of great support in this community, and we really appreciate it.
I know that's so important too, that community support. You're out there. Okay, Sargent Joyce, thanks again. We'll talk again soon, perhaps.
Yes, sir. Take care, Mike.
You too, sir. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wanted you to get an update there from the Reidsville Police Department and Sargent Walter Joyce. Some good information there for you. Team Reidsville at its best right there, that's for sure. And again, I remind you, you can get more information about what's going on around the city with that website, rocketinreidsville.com.